Hi everyone, this is Blender for Jewelers, and today I'm going to show you how to make a braid ring. I'm going to start by pressing N and go to our Jewelcraft add-on and choosing curve size. I'm going to do 16.5, this is US6 or EU52. And now that I have the ring itself, I can start. To make the braid, I'm going to start by doing it flat, and then I'm going to add a modifier and put it on the curve so it will be accurate. And to know the proportion a little better, I'm going to start by choosing curve length to see it's around 52 millimeters, 52,000 millimeters. So I'm just gonna, I work best when I know the proportion and understanding where everything should be connected. So I'm gonna add a plane right here, and I'm gonna enable the snap tool and choose the first one. So it will snap to my grid right here. Right now it's 2 millimeters long, which I think it's fine. And I'm just gonna use my grid and make it 52. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another 2 right here. And I can also check in item to see this is 51. I think I'm gonna make another one right over here. So now I'm gonna click on this button so I will not able to touch it, and also hide my size. And I'm gonna start by making an S that looks something like that, so that I can braid and make it for three strands. So I'm gonna add a cube. And in edit mode, I'm gonna merge everything at center, so I will only have one vertices. And I'm gonna extrude that, and I'm gonna make it 8 millimeters right over here. Select everything, and I'm gonna subdivide by 3 because I want one in center and another 2. And I'm gonna take my second vertices and move it in the y-axis right over here. And the second one and the fourth one, again, the exact same way. Just remember that this is our central line. We're gonna add material from both sides. So if I'm placing it here, my band should be around 3 millimeters because we're gonna add a little more from each side. And I'm gonna subdivide again and make another 2. I'm gonna choose only those vertices. And in front view, I'm gonna move it up. I think about 3 millimeters should be enough. I don't wanna make it too big. And I have my S. This is how it looks from the right, from front and top. And right now I'm gonna go to modifier, and I'm gonna add an array modifier right here. And don't forget to click merge, so it will be one line. And I'm just gonna add, I think 7 will be enough. I like to keep a little extra and then I can delete it. And now I'm gonna add another array modifier and make it 3. So I will have 3 lines. And right now they're exactly in the same line. So I need to lower my factor right here. I'm gonna make it minus 0.04. So all this part will be interacted just like that. And maybe I will add one more in count. So they will be in the exact line right here and right here. And now I have one braid with the 3 lines. And now I'm going to duplicate and move it on the y-axis. And I'm going to make it in a different shape. So to make it look like it's a double braided ring, so I'm going to need 6. I'm going to start by making only 2 in here instead of 3. and my X factor is minus 0.1, right over here, right, just like that. And I'm going to add another array modifier right here. I'm going to add another array modifier and make it 3. And the X factor will be minus 0.035. And then we have some kind of double loop. And for this specific shape that I like, I'm going to go to my right and I'm just going to lower that. I'm going to make this a little higher, just like that. And after I finished, and after I'm happy with the result, I can convert it to a curve by using object, convert, and curve. Now see, all the modifiers are gone, so you need to make up your mind about the shape because you can't change it later. If we go to edit mode, it will look like that, and they will be individual origins. So again, for that one, select object, convert, and mesh. And we can select our first 3-line braid, and in data, in geometry, we can increase our depth right here, so we will have a braid. I'm gonna choose 0.5 right here, and we can add a subdivision modifier to see how it will look smooth with shade smooth. Right here, it's really up to you how you like your braids to look like. The relation is the loops. I think I like it with 4, maybe even 55. Right here. For our second braid, I didn't make it as a curve right here. And just gonna make it a lot thicker. I think 0.43 should be enough. Right here. And I'm gonna shade smooth. And in this specific ring, after I'm gonna add a subdivision surface, I like the profile right here. It looks a little square, and I'm gonna change that to 2, and I'm gonna increase my depth. To 45. And it just has this interesting pattern that I really like. And you can use the profile even for that part. But for a regular braid, I like when it's smooth and round. So after I finish this part, I'm gonna bring back my size and I'm gonna duplicate it so we will have 2 rings. And I'm gonna start with my first ring. So I'm gonna call it braid 1, and this is braid 2. And this is size 1 and size 2. It's really important to be organized in here so you will know which part belongs to which one. So I'm gonna select my first braid and I'm gonna add a curve modifier and select my first size right over here. And as you can see, my size is inside of my ring. It's because in edit mode, you can see that my ring is right below my central line. So let's see how far we need to bring it up. Let's turn off the snap so we can make it perfect for our size. And if we want to play around with the shape of the ring itself, I'm just gonna edit the ring size. I'm gonna subdivide. I'm gonna choose the top one. And with proportional editing from the top, we can just move that a little so it will be here. So it will have this little curve at the top, right here. And right here. And let's do the same for this braid, for the second braid. Curve first and select our size. And as you can see, we need to change the location so it will be in the middle, right here. And let's move that up as well. Right over here. And we have our two braided ring. Now let's close them and make it a perfect circle. Let's start with this braid. So let's hide both of them. And in edit mode, I can look from the top and to see right here. And let's just delete those one and see how it looks. Right here, it's from the bottom. And let's start with this one right here, maybe those well, yes. And we can even delete. And this one, I'm gonna move with proportional editing, just delete it in here. And after we are happy with the shape, we are gonna convert it to mesh. So object, convert mesh, make another subdivision surface right here. And we can close them up. And now I'm gonna close them by searching for which end belongs to who. So by pressing L on one of the objects, I can see that those parts are supposed to be connected. So I'm just gonna move that on the X and Y axis only, right here. So I will not go higher than my ring, right here. And gonna select both of them, right click loop tool and bridge. Again, if you don't have loop tool, you can add it in edit preference, and in add-on search in here loop tools right here. And this one L, I have those two. Let's select them and loop tool bridge. In here, I think I'm gonna rotate a little so they will be in the right direction. Here, and select both of them, loop tool, bridge. Right over here. And we have our ring by 3 lines. And now let's move on to the more complicated one. Right here. Because it has 6, it's a little different. And in edit mode from the top, let's just move this one. Let's just move that one right here so we can see better. Right here. And we can delete all of them. And let's delete all of this. And we can see right here that they are interacting with each other a little too much. And we can delete all of these vertices, all 6 of them. And in here also. And we can delete this one. And so they will be in the exact same line. I'm gonna select only the first vertices of each line and press Z and press SX0. So they will be exactly in the same line. And I'm gonna do the same for the last vertices. I'm gonna choose all of them and SXZ. And just move it with proportional editing so it will look better right here. This ring is much more complicated than the 3-line braid, so I'm just gonna try to fix it as much as I can in curve mode before I'm gonna make it a mesh, so it will save me a lot of time later. It's much easier to work with one vertices and see which strand go where when it's only on curve mode. It's really important to always think about the next step and what makes it easier for later. And right now I can see that I can connect both of them right here and maybe connect this one as well, those two. And I have those two and those one are alone. So I'm gonna put it right over here and see where everywhere each and see where they are going. A little bit far away, just like that. Let's move that one. Let's move that one that direction. So I will try to right here. So they will be close enough for each other. And I'm gonna select object, convert, mesh, add a subdivision surface right here. And and now the hard part right here, get close to try to figure it out and connect everything. So I think that I will connect both of them. And I have a few more that are aligning with each other in here. Let's just move that here. Let's just move that the y-axis right here. So I think I'm going to connect those two. And then these two are going to go in here. And those two are for the middle one. So I'm going to start with the most, I'm going to start with the left part because it's much more visible. And I'm going to bridge them. And again, for those two, right over here. And let's just hide those parts so I can see better. And these two, I'm going to connect to that. So 1, 2, and bridge. And I'm going to connect 1, 2. Let's just change that a little bit so it will be in the right direction. Bridge and hide, and 1, 2, and bridge, hide. And I have those two, bridge and bridge. Right here, Alt H to make everything reappear. And let's just fix those parts a little so it will look like I have two and not one. On the y-axis a little. And this one as well, so it will look that I have two strings, two lines and not one. And just hide that. Right here. And maybe even move that over here. I'm just gonna try to make the best shape that I can, so it will look smooth right here. So because we have this little curve that I don't really like, it doesn't go smoothly, the seam, and it's a lot shorter, I'm just gonna click in here up top, this one, so that I will move my vertices, my loops, they will combine and merge together. I'm gonna press twice G and then just merge them with one of my other loops right here. Right here. And then it looks less. I'm gonna move that a little to this side. And then it will look a little in the flow right here. And I have my ring. And let's just move everything to the middle. And we can add any material that we like. Right here. And we have our braid right here. And this is from the top. And what I love about having more than just one curve or one line, I can just select one of them and make one rose gold and the other one white gold, and you can have three different gold. And we can do the same for that right here.